Live. Okay. Good morning to you all. I'm back. I'm back from vacation, and I want to talk about the convention, the Republican convention, and my take on it. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to wait a few days before I do that, just so I can just give you my whole take on things. But I'm gonna tell you, it may be too early to call, but to call this election, but it's not looking good for Donald Trump right now. And I'm gonna tell you, um, the fake populism, the fake right wing populism that he used. Well, I mean, I would hope that many Americans would that voted for him in 2016 realize what a facade that was. I mean, he campaigned in some ways, yeah, in a lot of ways, he campaigned as the ugliest face of right wing xenophobia, nativist campaign, and it was a very chilling campaign in a lot of ways. Some of the themes that he talked about were very right wing, but there were some pockets of liberalism or progressivism where he actually campaigned slightly to the left of Hillary, and in just about pretty much all of these areas, he failed miserably. I'll give you a couple of examples. Well, let's start with the healthcare. He was talking about replacing Obamacare with a healthcare plan that's going to be better and more affordable and everything. Hey, I didn't see him doing anything about it in the last a couple of years. And when COVID broke out, you would have thought that that would have forced him to do something right. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Um, the way he was campaigning 4 years ago, he was implying that there would be a public option added to Obamacare. You don't think he was going to get rid of Obamacare? He wanted to let you know that he was going to add a public option. Well, where the hell is that public option? Why is healthcare um, keep going up and up and up? And why you're not doing anything proactive except telling people that Medicare for all is not the answer? Sad thing is that 20 years ago, when Donald Trump was actually kind of liberal leaning, he was a fan of single payer Medicare for all. Sad. Now, the tax cut, typical Republican solution to most things, tax cut, and it's usually geared toward the wealthy, as usual. Unfortunately, he kept that promise. That's a promise he kept. But you would think that the argument I have heard from a lot of from a lot of conservatives that hounds on the idea of tax cuts as a panacea, that they basically think that will save the economy. It will be an incentive for businesses to save jobs or what have you. A lot of the auto companies several years ago, about what was it, 14,000 employees were laid off in several states from some of the major car manufacturers. um I don't see where America's being made great again. On the issue where he was actually better campaigning on than Hillary Clinton was the issue of trade. I'm a protectionist too. On that one, he did away with TPP. Good. That's probably the only decent thing he's done with getting putting a stop to the Pacific Partnership. But replacing NAFTA with some of terrible um, the terrible provisions that was in the Trans-Pacific Partnership was placed in the United States, Mexico, Canada agreement, which basically repealed NAFTA as we known it. Um, prior to him becoming president, they they did a little dog and pony show with Courier, convincing Courier to stay. He gave them the tax cuts later on, laid off the employees. Um, he promised an infrastructure project, basically job guarantees. Uh, where I don't see him. He promised to save Medicare and Social Security, but he's trying to destroy Medicare and Social Security, eliminating the payroll tax. That's what he's trying to do, and that's going to put an assault and it's going to put a strain on Medicare and Social Security. Draining the swamp. He campaigned as an outsider. He was going to go and drain the swamp. Well, when you claim you're going to drain the swamp and you fill the administration with the business as usual, neocon warmongering ghouls, and Wall Street gangsters, that is not draining the swamp. It's pretty much more of the same. On foreign policy, he is a mixed bag. Um, some people have gotten on his case about North Korea. North Korea, no, no, I would say that's probably one of the few things he's done right. Uh, to have a less aggressive North Korea as a result would be a good thing. But he ruined it by basically promising to withdraw the troops from Afghanistan, yet they're still there. Um, Selling arms to Saudi Arabia to that to basically funnel which the arms are being funneled to radical jihadis down in Yemen. Basically, the weapons we sell to Saudi Arabia are being funneled into Yemen with groups like Al-Qaeda. And here's the thing: Donald Trump, and the words of Tulsi Gabbard, Donald Trump is Saudi Arabia's bitch. And yeah, he's a cuck for Saudi Arabia because while the United States and everybody run under their bed scared of Iran, what terrorism Iran commits against the West, and any terrorism that Iran commits against the West is one act of terrorism too many. But for all that can be said about how scary Iran is, Saudi Arabia outpace Iran when it comes to terrorism against the West. And the United States government enables Saudi Arabia. And let's not forget the bullying. There's a little sunlight there. Let's not forget the bullying that the United States has been doing to Venezuela. Um, People are starving and people are suffering in Venezuela, not necessarily because of the economy, the government of Nicolas Maduro. It is not necessarily the government I would choose for myself, but at the same time, I do not believe that his government policies in the economy is the sole cause of starvations and rationings and all that. It is the U.S. basically bullying the country around with the embargoes and just basically putting a strain on their economy, and that should stop. So there you have it. And oh, the whole small government thing that's typical of many Republicans when they campaign. Brett Kavanaugh was one of the authors of the USA Patriot Act. And he's a scumbag and a neocon and a big government right winger. So I mean, all this, all of this. Donald Trump is he's just the pits and promising to use the Insurrection Act again to basically having our U.S. military invade the United States. That's not a president that's pro liberty, and wanting to harmonize our libel laws in the United States with that of Great Britain. And y'all, anybody who knows me, I love Great Britain. I love the culture. I love the music that's came out of the country for years. I love the television programs. Love the movies. I mean, I love the people. I love the way they talk. I mean, I'm just. I mean, I am pretty much an Anglophile. But some things about Great Britain I don't like, and I would say their libel laws are probably one of the things I don't like about it. And Donald Trump wants to harmonize our libel laws with that of Great Britain, which means that powerful politicians can sue anybody in the media or even the average little guy or on the street, and sue them for defamation of character, even though they're a public figure, and make them pay the uh, the legal fees, and that is not conducive to what we believe as a representative democracy with the Bill of Rights. So the First Amendment guarantees our right to talk smack about any president, whether it's Donald Trump or Barack Obama or George W. Bush or Bill Clinton or anybody. I don't care. And Donald Trump is, as I said, there's really, if you voted for Obama twice and you've got let down by the system, and I think that there are people out there that voted for Trump as a wild card because they've been let down by the system. Um, I'm going to ask you, please do not be fooled again. He's got to go, folks. He's got to go. And I would also add one more reason he's got to go and be gone in November is that if he's reelected, we'll get more of the same from Donald Trump. But even a scarier scenario is if he's removed or die while he's in office, and I could think he could be removed, and I think he could possibly die because he's not a very healthy person. I'm not saying I'm in the greatest health in the world, but I try to exercise and I try to eat right. I've been bigger than what I am. I've been actually thinner than I am. But what I'm basically saying is that he's not the healthiest looking person in the world. The man is obese, and I'm not making fun. I'm not fat shaming him or anything. I don't want that on anybody. But that happens. Mike Pence becomes president, and everything that progressives used to hate about George W. Bush and Dick Cheney, you add the psycho fundamentalist Christian politics of someone like John Hagee, um, with, and that's basically, or Michelle Bachmann. That's basically what Mike Pence is all about. He's a religious fanatic, and he's extremely bigoted against the LGBTQ community, and he is dangerous. He is just dangerous religious extremist. He would try to impose a Christian Sharia onto the United States. So another reason Trump needs to be gone in November. And I mean, by January, that he is exit bill out of the White House. Well, if you like what you heard, um, hit like. If you hate it, hit dislike. Either way, comment. Share this video. Tell everybody about this channel. Um, Tell everybody about this channel. And as a free speech absolutist, I feel like it's my responsibility to say this. If you have a platform, utilize it. We are the muckrakers of our time. And until next time, let me just say peace and Bernie Sanders for president in the year 2024. And no, I wasn't kidding when I said that.